Oh, where'd he go? Give me a hand. How you doing, officer? Thanks for keeping us all safe. Thanks for keeping us all safe. Very peaceful event today. Everything is.
I hope so. If it's not, we're in trouble.
I don't know.
Speaking. It's all subjective.
What do you think? Is everything okay, or?
As long as I'm not screaming and yelling and fighting with folks, it's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I hear that.
Hey, did you have to? You don't have to wear your stormtrooper stuff down here, right? It's nice to be able to. Were you out there for the RNC? After getting back in 08?
That was.
What do you think about that? Just a job or what?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
Did you see the stand-down orders that they gave certain police, though, to allow anarchists to destroy property? Like, why on earth?
You were
would they,
aware of
like,
that?
give stand-down orders.
You were aware of the stand downs they gave officers? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think they would tell you guys to stand down other than preventing some chaos?
Because everybody's scared to get sued. That's such a political event.
Yeah.
You know, that nobody really wants to touch it, you know, because they don't want to get sued. They'll rather, you know, take the loss up front, you know, and pay for it, pay for it later.
Did you hear that part of the funding that came federally for that, though, was set aside specifically for lawsuits? They expected like about 15 to 20 million.
Of course.
Yeah. I think more. I think it may have been as high as 50, but I don't remember.
So if you got, let's just say you got a $50 million budget for lawsuit, and you only have to spend out 5 or 10.
Who gets that cut?
Well, I don't know who gets the cut, but you know, it's considered a successful event.
What I consider disconcerting, though, is you got, in this country right now, you got $3 trillion in unfunded retirement, pension liabilities for public officials, particularly police forces, all across the country. So here they are printing money and essentially taking away from your retirement to give to people for lawsuits.
And that's why we have so many people on the department right now that is eligible for retirement, but because they need health care and all this other type of stuff, they can't retire.
Yeah.
You know?
So you feel the same as most people do looking in, that they don't take care of you guys. You guys are just the grunts out there on the street doing what you're told.
Yep.
Well, at least you seem a lot more awake than most of the officers we speak with.
You know what? If they're not willing to speak the truth, then shame on them, whomever they are.
Amen.
You know,
Thank
shame
you.
on them.
Thank you for serving us, man.
That's the only thing I can say. I don't know who it is, but shame on them. I tell you how it is. I don't hold no punches.
You got a card on you?
I do have a card.
Because we just met a couple weeks ago with a guy named Stuart Rhodes. He's founded oathkeepers.org. And it's for all the military and police, for everybody to remember that they swore an oath to uphold the Constitution against all threats. You know, if, say, for example, your boss tells you to go out and confiscate the locals' guns or things like that, what do you think about that, gun confiscation and stuff?
Like they did in Katrina and stuff. I don't know if you know this, but the National Guard, along with local police, went around confiscating people's guns they couldn't protect themselves against, like rioters and looters and stuff, you know?
Well, you know, that's kind of a double-edged sword.
Right.
You know, it really is, because I can see their position of why they wanted to do that, because they wanted to prevent, you know, further homicides and this, that, and the other. And at the same time, you have a right to bear arms and protect what you have. You know,
How do you find the balance, you know?
exactly. Where is the balance? I don't even know if there is a balance on that.
Right?
I mean, just like now, Minnesota has that, you know, carry conceal law.
Right.
You know, well, there's two huge glitches in that. Number one is you can have different medical illnesses, mental illnesses medically, and because that's private and so on and so forth, they're unable, the county is unable to search those records. So you can have some type of whatever, but we never know about it. And then plus, it goes 5 years before you can before you have to renew. So within that 5 years, you can go out and get in a whole bunch of shit, but you won't know for 5 years.
I frankly feel much more comfortable when I see people carrying weapons that aren't concealed.
Because you know they got it.
You know they got them.
Right.
And you got witnesses, and if they do something stupid with that, well, then you got witnesses and all that stuff. It's much easier to catch someone in the act, in my opinion. So I almost don't like the idea that you should be getting one to conceal. At the same time, I don't feel the overriding need to carry one on me either. I don't even own a firearm, but I'm feeling more and more the need to have one just to protect my keep, because cops all across the country are being stretched beyond their resources. Like, you guys can't be expected to, like, you know what I mean? You're only human. Like, what can we do to keep the peace, you know?
with the budget and everything else, I mean, you have more and more officers, more and more departments that is on the
leaking out of
hiring
here.
freeze.
The lid's not on, right?
Oh.
I don't want to get all wet, huh?
You have more and more departments that are on this hiring freeze, so we're losing officers, yearly through nutrition. And before you know it, you have a department like Minneapolis that has an authorized strength of like 900, but then we're operating on a $700 manpower. I mean, it's crazy. So now all of a sudden you call for help, you don't have the manpower. What used to be maybe a 2-minute wait is now going to be a 4.5-minute wait.
Yeah, did you hear about the stuff going on in Oakland? They're doing pretty much most of stolen cars or stolen bikes, smaller crimes. They're not even taking the calls from them. They're referring everybody to the internet to file the claims everywhere else because they don't have the manpower out there.
Everybody's trying to go to that 311 system.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is, and going on the internet and filing different things.
It just kills me though when you do have officers out here that have worked their ass off for years and they're putting their lives on the line when all of a sudden they deserve money, but then they're spending trillions of dollars on different projects that have nothing to do with our safety or anything else.
Protecting the G20 summit, when it was in Pittsburgh and stuff, they got locked down the whole city against what? A bunch of unarmed, peaceful protesters.
A bunch of young college students going out to say, hey,
these
it's right.
These are the people, in those meetings from Goldman Sachs, from, Bank of America, from the various conglomerates and shit, that are basically ripping us all off. Every one of us. They're taking our retirement.
Everything out here is well overpriced. Vehicles, homes, groceries, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everything is well overpriced. They're raking us across bills daily. $1.50 for a bottle of water. I mean, come on. Seriously? It's ridiculous.
It's a good old. Now we can blame on the Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Green fan. You guys are great.
Yeah, you
appreciate it.
You got a lot of people who are going after Barack Obama right now, but they're ignoring the fact that President Bush voted for the initial $850 billion in bailouts.
Right. What's going on, mister? How you doing? Oh, really?
Shouldn't be much longer now.
Yeah.
7:56, 4 minutes.
I thought he comes on at 9.
He comes on at 8, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? You told me 8, but my friend said 9.
Oh, I think you're right, it's 9. I was telling everyone 8 because I wanted to get everyone here on time.
That's hearing that from you. Telling everybody they take 1 hour early.
How you doing, man?
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I know his dad pretty good. Small world. You got good friends, huh?
I appreciate your service, sir. You sound like a outstanding man, and definitely proud to have you represent us.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you much.
See you later, little one.
Say hi.
Bye.
So you guys gonna stick around for the show? Or you guys?